Hi, this is Meghan Falcone.
Hi, this is Josh Brenner, and I'm sleepy.
And Seth Brenner.
I'm burned out. I'm burned. How you doing?
What'd you do? What'd you do that's burning you?
Basically nothing, but I'm exhausted from it.
I think doing nothing is one of the most exhausting events.
That's why you keep so busy.
How's you're in the sublet. How's it going?
Do you miss us when you leave us, or are you so relieved to get out of our... He's just staring at me.
I miss you wholeheartedly.
But you like to have your own space.
I have to have my own space. I'm a middle-aged, crotchety old man.
Well, I'm so excited for Seth to have his own space because now maybe we'll finally get to some fantasy suite action.
Yeah, what's the biggest issue with living with us? Is it that you can't bring home dates or that you can't eat meat in the house?
Wasn't that the same thing?
Hey!
Oh,
Absolutely disgusting.
It's the meat. No, you can't be living with multiple other people.
How about one other person who you're in a committed partnership with?
My last several relationships have been like pseudo long distance.
Yeah.
And that was perfect for you.
It's not really perfect or not perfect, but when we're together, we're essentially living together.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's not the issue. That's not the problem.
But there's a date when she leaves.
Or the date when I leave. No, yes, it is. It is. There is a good.
You know, I met somebody at work once who, when Josh and I were getting married, was like, "Congratulations on your impending marriage. I'll tell you the secret to a healthy relationship:
Separate bathrooms.
separate bathrooms."
I've
That's
heard-
what he said. Oh my God! He said if you want to have a long marriage, a long happy marriage, 2 separate bathrooms.
I wholeheartedly agree with this.
Wow.
Mystery enhances a relationship.
I don't find that.
I find that to some degree. This is interesting because same bed, same bathroom. These are not necessities of a marriage. They've just become part of the tradition. But, you know, in the 50s, they're separate
twins,
beds,
no
right?
Well, up till the 50s, I think.
You are a bit of a 50s husband.
Really? Really?
I mean, you are. You're out there grinding 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
none of
Never lift a finger around the house.
2 weeks of vacation
Come
a year.
home expecting a beer and my pot roast.
with
Yeah,
John.
beer and a pot roast. That's that. What kind of beer? Coors Banquet,
The
maybe?
Schlitz Best.
No, Miller High Life. I feel like that's the
The champagne of beers.
That's the working man's beer.
Yeah.
Well, guys, how amazing was Amy?
Oh, the best.
She sent us, after we finished recording, an article from The Cut that says, "Is dating a total nightmare for you right now? You're not alone. Trying to date as a young woman has gotten so bad it's gone viral." And so this article is just about how women are signing off the apps because they find them to be basically hopeless, horrible places. Single people...
Okay, great. I can't argue with that.
Single people have always griped about trying to meet someone, but lately it seems heterosexual women have reached a breaking point. Not only are they crying on camera and swearing off dating apps, they're becoming voluntarily celibate like Julia Fox or going boy sober. When Bumble ran an anti-celibacy campaign last month, the company received so much backlash it was forced to pull the ads and apologize. Taken together, it looks as though single women in the U.S. are one more bad date away from launching their own version of South Korea's 4B movement, in which women refuse to date, screw, marry, or have kids with men.
Wow.
It says, all the women I spoke with for this article feel the apps have turned dates into transactions of sorts.
We've been talking about this for weeks and weeks.
Celibacy, there's a celibacy movement, and Bumble launched an anti-celibacy?
Yeah.
I don't want to gloss over this because that's weird and interesting.
It's also weird.
And
So-
interesting.
So people of a certain age or just in society in general are saying, like, we're done with physical intimacy. Is that what we're to understand?
Well, I don't know if
And Bumble
Bumble's...
trolled them, and then they got in
Yeah.
trouble.
Let's see if we can learn about it.
We don't have to learn about it. It's been my life for the last year.
Okay. Bumble apologized in May for its anti-celibacy ad campaign, which included messages such as, "A vow of celibacy is not the answer," and "Thou shalt not give up on dating and become a nun." Bumble said the
Ooh.
ads were supposed to bring humor to a community frustrated by modern dating, which is also like, you're
the
creating the...
Yeah, don't post. That's so mean.
Pretty weird.
It's so weird. Big misstep. Who's their marketing person?
Yeah, it's like that iPad ad where it crushed all of humanity's artistic achievements into an iPad. Anyone see that one?
Josh is
I
really
have
obsessed
seen
with
that
this.
one. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool, though.
Well, that's rooting for the machines.
No, I am full 100% not. I am not an AI guy. Job security. I need AI to take a kind of a step back.
You don't want the AI in the ER.
If I'm a radiologist, I'm worried. If I'm a pathologist, I'm worried.
You think the diagnoses will be better, though? You think there'll be less stuff that falls through the cracks?
Without question, something that can be digitized. CT scans, MRIs, that can be turned into zeros and ones. A machine will be able to read that more efficiently and effectively than a human being.
So I'm sort of for it. Sorry.
Now, so we have one AI and one A-nay.
What's A-nay?
Are you going to just put some points? Because that's pretty good.
Oh, I get it. I'm moving us forward.
That's probably for the best.
We got a message from Helen in Los Angeles.
Hi, Helen.
And Helen sent us a really interesting NPR piece about how there's been studies done that the more romantic content you consume, the more you seek out sort of these romantic and impossible ideals. So you'll respond more favorably on a dating app to someone who's like, I'm looking for the one, even though, per our conversation with you and Amy, like the one is sort of a fake fart in the wind sort of idea.
No, not this guy. This guy firmly believes in the one.
That could be part of the problem, according to Helen and NPR.
But rom-coms and romance novels has created a false universe for what dating and relationships and marriage even is.
Do you watch a lot of romantic content?
I am all about it. Get me some Notebook. Get me...
I don't know if this is a joke or not.
It's a joke.
Oh.
I don't watch TV or movies.
Meghan and my first date was, I asked if we could hang out. She said, I'm watching The Notebook by myself. You can come, but no talking.
I mean, that's as sweet and romantic as anything
so
I've ever
I went
heard.
over to Meg's apartment and watched her cry for like 90 minutes.
Sometimes you gotta.
90 minutes. That movie's like 3.5 hours long.
Never seen it.
Oh, Seth, we've got to have you watch it.
No, but I do need... Is it Love Actually? Is that the British one?
Yeah, it's not that good.
Oh.
Compared to The Notebook?
Those are different genres.
Yeah.
Love Actually is not a rom-com?
Notebook is not a rom-com. Notebook is a rom-drom.
Rom-drom.
Seth, when you see that stuff, does it automatically turn you off, or is it effective on you as well?
I'm totally immune to anything that's on these apps anymore. I'm looking the thing that kind of
that's certainly not a problem.
The thing that kind of grabs me now on the apps is when a woman puts something totally just out there on there that's just hilarious. Like this one woman put a picture of her wearing a clown mask, doing a push-up competition on the beach. The caption was something like, "This is me at my worst. If you can tolerate this, we might be able to get along."
Is she in a bikini?
Yes.
Did you match?
Oh my
We did.
God.
And?
We'll have to see. We got nothing. We're not there yet.
Coming off of this romantic content question, we had a question from listener Larry in Las Vegas.
Larry, Las Vegas.
Wondering, do the movies and TV shows that you see, which maybe you don't see enough, capture dating?
That's the problem. Is I don't watch unless either one of you two are intimately involved in it.
I mean, certainly you saw Josh Brenner in What a Guy Wants.
Obviously, Meghan didn't.
What men want. What
there
men
you
want.
go.
I did. I was at that premiere. It was lovely. We had a great time.
Did you feel like that captured your experience?
No, that did not really capture a dating
Okay.
experience.
Have you seen When Harry Met Sally or like the classic?
I've never seen When Harry Met Sally.
What?
You've
Never seen When Harry Met
You
Sally.
can't react this big. You hadn't seen it until I showed it to you like 6 months ago.
Wow, it's great. You should watch it.
Well, this is interesting. You're a very big consumer of
Rom-con.
How has that affected our marriage, would you say?
I found my prince, and he treats me like a princess every day.
Oh, maybe I should watch more TV. To your point, I've seen one episode of The Bachelor. I guess in the 90s, I watched...
You watched a lot of Singled Out?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with this. Like 100% where I was going with this.
You know, Meghan was on the Spanish language version of Singled Out called Doce Corazones.
I was.
That's amazing.
And I won. I speak like no Spanish. You had to keep rating things, and I kept like giving people an oche.
Oh.
An 8 out of 10 or an oche.
An ocho?
An ocho is what I was going for,
Yeah.
but I gave him an oche. Well, Seth, I
HR.
feel like maybe you should consume more romantic content because I think because of the way it affects our brains, listener Helen was saying negatively perhaps, but I think maybe it would prime you like... I think a trope of a lot of rom-coms is like you see flaws in a person, but in the end, like if you can overlook the flaws, you realize that those flaws were what you needed all along.
Wow. I got to start watching these.
I don't know what he's least likely to do. watch rom-coms or volunteer at a dog walking place or join what was the other thing we wanted to do? A surf club.
All right. Well, it is time for
Relationship Corner!
Okay, this is our relationship corner, and we need some new ones, so send them in. But this is a relationship corner, and the relationship in question is you, Seth.
Oh, this is a first.
I might take the fifth on whatever you're about to throw my way here.
He looks a little rattled.
We received an Instagram message from a listener in Los Angeles who says, "Hi, serious question here. Is Seth really looking for love? If so, I have an amazing setup." And now this is when you had just come back to town and you said you were open to setups.
Okay.
So I said, yes, he is truly looking for one. He's not good at it, and he's scared of commitment, and he's an idiot. But he is, and he's just arrived back in LA for the summer, so he's finally open to setups.
Brutal!
I mean, you can be mean to me on the show, but don't...
Brutal!
Don't do that. I mean...
I saw that you wrote this mean thing, and I was like, oh, surely she's gonna paraphrase it for Seth, but then she just said it word for word.
I wanted her to know.
I
wanted her to know.
That I'm an idiot?
When it comes to some things.
Yeah, he's very smart. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a catch.
But look, it obviously didn't deter her because she followed up. She sent a picture of her friend. She described why you guys would be a great fit. And honestly, everything. Checkbox, checkbox. She's cool. She loves food and wine. She's very busy. And she tells me things about this person. And I say, this is an amazing idea. How should we proceed? I am so very optimistic about this. That was on May 25th, and we've never heard back.
I wonder if it has anything to do with your phenomenally just uplifting...
You got ghosted by someone you know for a Seth up.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if it has anything to do with your word choice, maybe your inflection.
Oh,
But
man.
she can't hear my inflection via text.
Oh, you can feel your inflection via this.
She continued after that. What I said didn't deter her. She gave a lot of information.
I think this person in question
Yeah.
listened to a little bit of the podcast and found out that probably not a match for them based on what they've heard on the podcast, which... Again, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. People who listen to the podcast hear all there is to hear and are still interested. That is where we find a life partner.
I agree. What do you think? What do you make of that? It made me feel sad to be ghosted on your behalf.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I had a great one ghost me just very recently.
What happened?
She ghosted.
You were sad about it? Great one that you were sad about it, or just the ghosting was so great and it was such a powerful ghosting?
No, it was just a really good date and was hoping to see her again. I think we both had a great time, but apparently we didn't. And
Did you ask her?
Did I ask her if we had a great time?
If she had a good time?
No.
Why not?
Why would I ask her if she had a good time? So I'm supposed to leave the date and be like, hey, did you have a good time?
Hey, I had fun. It was so great hanging with you. I hope you had fun too.
Where's the question there?
I mean, I think it's implied.
Is it? I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, because then it would open the door for me to be like, you know what? I really liked you, but I actually don't see a future with us, and you could close the door.
Yeah, you're not going to have those conversations at the end of the date.
You know what I think is interesting?
Yes, dear?
This term, ghosted, obviously very negative, means a relationship not working out. Speaking of rom-com, one of the most beautiful romance films in generations, the film Ghost. So really, the term ghosted should mean... a love so powerful you end up doing pottery together across dimensions.
Do you want to take a pottery class?
No.
There's a good idea.
I don't really want to take a pottery
There
class.
are cute girls at my pottery.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But that would be like legitimately me scamming them. Legitimately be going to a pottery class to meet women and have no interest in making pottery
But you don't know that. No, you're just trying something new. Have you ever thrown pottery before?
Camp Echo Hill, circa 1988.
Okay, were summer of your life. Seth sent home tear-stained letters to mommy and daddy.
Come pick me up. Did they do it?
No, they made you suffer through it. So I'm just saying.
And guess what?
What?
You're better.
Here we are now.
You're pitting your.
My attachment disorders are clearly based in being abandoned by my parents. Summer 1988.
Point is...
No, 86. Was I 6 years old?
Couldn't matter less. The point I'm making is that you weren't in your most open or happiest setting to appreciate something new, and maybe you give pottery a try now, and you love it, and you meet someone cool.
Okay, I'm in.
You can take pottery?
No, I'm not taking pottery.
This has been
It has been?
very barely.
Relationship
You been on any dates this week, Seth?
I had an interesting date this week, yes.
Folks, he had an interesting date this week.
It was a couple weeks ago, but an interesting date to discuss now.
Okay. I have one question. Let's say you have 100 hours in a given week. How many hours are work? How many hours are golf? How many hours are gym? How many hours are talking about to dates or on the apps?
Hey, that's also difficult because my weeks vary. I'm getting slammed this weekend, and then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, work Friday.
No, sure, yeah, it varies. But like for me, example, like 100 hours a week, I'm spending loving my wife. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah.
Rom-com.
No, just rom true.
Tell us about your date.
So, met this woman. I think she was a Bumbler. Very sweet, from the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
Has been in LA for a couple years now. Moved kind of peak COVID-y. Wanted to get out of the Northeast. But just kind of a weird situation. She was a little bit sleepy on some of the details.
Sleepy?
A little sleepy on some of the details.
Oh, okay.
Like,
In person or on text?
on text.
Okay.
Oh, it's a long story. I can tell you all about it, Bliss. Just like a little bit sleepy. I like that adjective for this. A little sleepy on the details. Works remote. Does marketing for some big tech company.
A Northeast-based tech company.
Correct.
Huh, okay.
Very active, surfer, beach life, and also, oddly enough, she put on her profile, avid yachter.
Yachter.
Oh.
But, like, had a bunch of pictures of her, like, sailing and stuff.
Cool.
Who's mad about dating someone who yachts? Not me.
Not me.
Our friend sent us a funny meme today that says, the thing about having friends with good politics is that none of them have a boat.
I guess that's true. It could raise some red flags about her lifestyle that she has access to all these yachts.
I don't know what raising a red flag on the open sea means. I imagine that's a...
Pirates.
Yeah, probably pirates.
Probably pirates.
Is that what red flag comes from?
Could be.
Have we looked into this?
Red flag in the
origin
morning.
of a sailors
Sailor's
take
warning.
warning. No, red sky.
I know, of course it's red flag.
You got me believing that, and then I got confused.
But if it's bad tides, rip tides, I think the beach flies a red flag.
Why do none of us know what a red flag is, even though we talk about them constantly?
We're gonna look into it.
Thanks, Meg.
So what her profile pics, you're like vibing with everything she's putting out there?
Yes, totally. Few of my favorite things: easy messaging on Bumble, and then a quick pivot to the phone calls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which was great. And we made plans to get together later that week, like very, very quickly. She lives in MDR.
I'm concerned about how much you prioritize speed. What's
Marina
MDR?
Del Rey. I couldn't believe you went right past it. Marina Del Rey, folks. Marina Del Rey.
Is that West Side lingo?
Yeah, I don't want to dumb it down for you, Meg, but yeah.
Yeah.
Super nice, super funny. No matter what, I can already tell somebody it's going to be an easy conversation, easy to hang out with, easy to meet up with, also close by.
Well, I'm not getting too excited because Amy told us that we shouldn't get so excited.
No, we don't care.
We don't care. It's
Whatever.
Just, she
it's
seems
like
really great, and
nothing
that's
ever
normal.
happens. You're never going to find them. It's a zero.
Yeah, sniffing butts. So we agreed to meet up later that week. We go get a coffee. She's got this cute little coffee shop she loves to go to.
Where? Tell us about the coffee shop.
I don't know MDR well at all, and I really want to know it better. It's really nice
Are
over
we
there.
letting this just be the thing?
Well, he doesn't know it well enough that he doesn't even know what the letters stand for. That's why he keeps saying it.
It was right in the marina, though.
I'm asking because I love to know good places to go, but realistically, I'm never going to go to
Yeah,
MDR.
you're not going. No, you're no.
Okay, so it's just a cute coffee shop, unknown name.
It's not like this like elaborate coffee shop because there's not like a place to sit. There's not a place to whatever. So we just grabbed coffee and just
Strolled MDR.
strolled MDR. It's so beautiful there. And then we're walking for like 20, 30 minutes.
What are you guys talking about?
Everything. We're just catching up, getting to know each other, sniffing butts. She's going to sail to Catalina for 36 hours.
She's always sailing?
This is her thing, even if it's like little small trips. But she's also
I
done
bet
big-
she's got a very toned body because that's very hard to be jibbing the sails.
jibbing the sails. There's
Hard.
a nautical term for you.
If any listeners have any idea, jibbing the sails, how's that
I
check
took
out?
a sailing class.
Jib is a term, but I think it's jib boom. Jib boom is the term?
What's that song? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hoist up the John B.
No.
sail.
But that was good
See
too.
how the mainsail sets.
We got this.
We're ready for a nautical person in our family.
Tying the nautical?
Fun.
Oh,
Wow, very good.
Anyways, we're strolling around 20, 30 minutes or whatever. And all of a sudden, she goes, oh, by the way, that's mine.
Oh.
I'm like, what's yours? And she goes, that's my yacht. It's my boat.
Wait.
That's my yacht?
It's a yacht or a boat?
I don't know the difference.
I mean, like, I don't think a yacht can fit an MDR.
Well, this fits.
Is that true?
I don't know. It was a 38
How
footer.
many feet? Yeah, how many
38
feet?
footer. Stern to toe to, aft to toe. Aft to stern?
Bow to stern, I can do that one.
There you go.
Is it like fancy?
Yeah,
Or
is
is
there
it
like
like
a
a
staff?
fishing boat?
It's
Is
not
it
a
like
fishing boat. It's not a bass boat. It's
Uh-huh.
got the sail thing. It's got the mast. It's got the whole thing.
So, wait, do yachts
Have sails?
sail?
I don't think so.
Whatever.
Gosh, we need a lot of help with this.
How many layers is it?
I think just the one. The deck.
It's not a yacht.
And
I'm going to say right now it's not a yacht.
whatever it is. I don't
But there's
know.
a sleeper in. Did you go? Oh my God! Did you go inside?
So this is when the story gets really fun. Not only is this her boat, this is her home.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is where she lives.
Did she lead you intentionally by
Just
her
walking
house?
around. I don't.
Was the boat a rocket?
I think this is so cool. I've always wanted to live on a boat.
Well, I'll give you her number.
Okay, so it freaks you
Did
out.
did she invite
Why?
you in?
We went and sat on the deck for a few minutes.
Okay.
She's got a little desk. There's a tiny bathroom. It's all a shower, bathroom thing all in one little corner of the...
That's why he's not into it.
I'm like, wait a minute. Give me all the details. Give me the day-to-day.
Yeah.
Maintenance. What do we have to do? I want all the details. Every ounce of her life is basically dedicated to this boat.
So cool.
That
Uh-huh.
in her gym, which she only keeps a membership of if she needs a real shower.
Okay, I need to pause because so far I've heard only things that are like so cool and so compelling.
And he's
but
out.
he's
He's
making
out
a
on it.
face
Yeah.
that like Seth is making his whole
Well, hang on. I'm not anti. I am trying to imagine myself
showering there. Is that the problem?
living on this boat. I'm trying to picture
Why
what...
are you going to live on her boat?
I'm not living on her boat. I'm trying to picture me, if my life, if this was me, my universe, loving this thing so much, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do I think I could live in this little universe?
Are you concerned about her cleanliness?
That might be an issue.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, there's barnacles and things.
Oh, you're concerned about barnacles. The issue here is barnacles.
I mean,
Maybe she's got crabs.
So I want the whole backstory. How did we
Okay.
get here? What is going on? So apparently she comes from a big boating family.
Okay.
She was raised doing this. This was her whole life growing up. Camps, all the things.
Oh, so she had a more positive camp experience than you did.
That's a very valid point.
Both with a lot of salt water.
Was doing an office thing, not happy. COVID broke out, working remotely. Finally, she was just like, I'm just posting up on the West Coast. I don't know where the boat was, but she did a crazy long journey to get to Los Angeles.
This is so cool.
She's definitely cool.
So we had a really nice time. And I got the whole backstory.
The aft story.
She is getting ready to do a big sale this summer. She's doing
Okay.
2 big sales.
Is it mostly a her-centric conversation, or are you like
Very
what
much
can you
her.
contribute to boating?
0.
Yeah. Are you?
You went on that princess cruise once.
I sure did.
We've all been on a princess cruise.
Brenner's did used to do a lot of cruising once upon a
Sure.
time.
Do you feel any tension because you're so close to her bed?
No.
Yeah, well, I am
It's
interested in exploring
it's not a bed. It's a
birth.
Thank you.
It's a birth.
Are you on the poop deck?
I think it's interesting that she walks you by her place.
Yeah,
Does
because she
there
could have
feel like
just
anything's-
as easily been just kept walking.
Correct. She made a point to say, and oh, by the way, I think maybe she might have felt awkward about it, that this is where she lives, that this is her existence right now and has been for the last several years. Maybe she was
Why
just...
did she feel awkward?
I'm not saying she did. I'm speculating that maybe this is part of her litmus test. If a guy...
Yeah.
How do I get this information out there? Here's an organic way. I'll just point to my houseboat.
But I imagine some people would be like, man, she lives on a boat.
And that
Down
feels-
by the river.
Living on a boat to me is different than living in a van.
Yes.
Yes, this is
But-
very different.
But I don't know what the connotation is of living on a boat.
This is a first.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but a sparkometer, and what is she wearing?
Oh, sorry. Very casual, white pants.
Of course, it feels boatery.
And she was wearing boat shoes, actually.
Oh,
Of
cute.
course, you have to.
T-shirt was a little chilly, so she had a sweatshirt on top.
Life vest?
Obviously. Big sunglasses. But she'll get called on like all the time.
Wait, sparkometer.
High, like 4'4". It's
Okay.
very solid, very solid.
Okay.
But she'll get called all the time to
Okay,
take
wait. Sparkometer the moment she says, "This is my boat."
Indifferent. It was cool. It was neat.
Okay, so you're net neutral on the boat.
Yeah.
You say.
Does she take her boat out each day, or it mostly stays docked?
I assume it's docked most of the time, but these trips take weeks to plan.
Yeah, she
if
must
not
be
longer.
so smart. But also, how can she work when she's on these trips?
She can work remotely anywhere.
But wouldn't you lose Wi-Fi at a certain point?
She has it down to an art.
I hope you marry her so we can find out the answers to all of our questions.
Again, I'll give you her number. She's very sweet. She's very outgoing, very gregarious.
Oh, that's interesting. Does she get lonely out there?
She has to, right?
Yeah.
'Cause she will do some of these things totally solo.
Yeah, so
That's
brave.
so creepy.
I don't think I could do.
I just watched a friend's documentary about someone who was doing one of those like transoceanic solo sails and lost power. And
What's it called?
It's called 76 Days, and it is incredible if you get the chance to see it. Joe Ween film.
That would be my personal nightmare.
It's absolutely chilling.
76 day. Forget it. No chance. Anyway, so we hang out on her boat for like an hour.
Oh.
We have beers on her boat.
Cute.
Wow.
I love boat life.
Tough.
You feel a little weirdy about it.
A little weirdy about it for
Okay,
sure. The fact
alright.
that that's where she lives. That's her whole life.
You love it if it's just like she has a boat that you can go out on whenever you want. You don't love it that she lives on the boat.
Yes.
You're a little.
But if you guys started dating and she moved in with you, she would not live on the boat, and you would then get in the relationship a boat to just go out on the water with.
It's
Which I
interesting.
have no idea how to use, how to sail, how to do anything with.
Interesting.
So, long story short, we have a great time. It's like 3-4 hours out there.
Oh my gosh, are you sunburned? Ah.
No, it was cold, so I had layers on.
Did she
Whoop.
take you on a tour?
Of the boat?
Yeah.
Not much there.
Not a yacht.
Not a yacht.
I think yacht is a very wide,
Wrong.
broad. Yeah, no.
It's a wide, broad ship.
Very specific, narrow term.
We wrap up. This was so fun. Great to meet you. Let's do this again. And I think we both legitimately met it. And so I'm completely turned around. She walks me back to wherever I parked. Go home.
With her compass?
Does she support your favorite baseball team?
Uh,
The Astrolabes?
Wow, deep cut. Very, very attractive, your knowledge of...
Uh-huh. I'm a seaman.
I text her on Saturday. She texts right back, which I really appreciated.
Okay.
We just start texting back and forth and say, "What are you doing?" And she sends me a picture. This is what I'm doing.
It's her feet in the ocean.
It's not her feet in the ocean, but it's just her out in the middle of nowhere. I don't no idea where she's sailing. She's like, I got bored, so I'm doing a quick 36er.
Wow.
That's
so
so
cool.
fun.
Yeah, I was like, that's awesome. Holler when you get back. She got back late Sunday night. She texted me. I was at work. I got out, texted her. She was already asleep. She texted me the next morning. I was asleep. And then we start the inevitable process of trying to make plans again and trying to connect again before she heads off on her first big excursion.
Yeah.
Tried to connect at least a half dozen times. Friday I've got Wednesday I've got this, and this. Could maybe meet up for a little bit Friday afternoon.
Okay.
We make these plans. A couple days go by. It's about to be. I am so sorry to do this. I have to do this inspection, this inspection, this inspection. It has to be done before Monday, and the guy can only come today.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Can we please try this again next week? Inspection gets done. I text her the next day. Did you pass? Did you fail? Tell me everything.
Great.
Nice.
She goes, I actually didn't pass everything.
Oh.
no.
Have to do X, Y, and Z. So
Was she expecting to pass, or was this a big surprise?
this was a big surprise.
Oh.
And then
Oh,
she
no.
was like, this is going to be a $10,000 problem that I get to
Oh,
do.
no.
I go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. If there's anything I can do besides giving you the $10,000.
That's a lot of doubloons.
Josh is fully only thinking about sailing terms and pirate things.
We're running out. Now she's like 4 days or 5 days away from being gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On Monday, like, I am so sorry. This boat stuff is going to take forever. There's no way I'm going to be able to get together this week.
Nah.
I totally get it. Have an amazing trip. Send me pics. Let's connect when you get back. So I think she set sail a couple of days ago. I haven't heard from her. Pun intended. Set sail.
Yeah, but that's just sort of literal.
It's just what she did.
Yeah.
But Seth, I want to say maybe this is good because you do love the speed. You love to like.
Yeah, this was.
I think this could like tease its way forward, and when she gets back, I want to hear about it.
It certainly could. I'm not holding my breath.
Why?
It's
Because
not
you have
underwater.
scuba gear.
Hers was great.
I loved yours.
So, but again, these things have a very short half-life, and if they don't progress, it gets tricky.
Are you guys still texting?
I just told you I haven't heard from her.
Oh, but she just set sail. You said like very recently.
A couple days
right?
ago, yeah. I haven't heard from her.
Oh, did you know if she was gonna have Wi-Fi on her trip?
I don't think she can go more than a day or so without being, except on the weekends. I don't think she can be too long without technology.
Do you think she's capsized? Do you think the reason that it's not a match is because she's capsized?
Do you think she's sunk?
Do you think this relationship could last 76 days?
Not on the boat. It would not. I feel very confident about that.
Oh, I'm worried about her, Seth, because she had all these troubles getting her ship certified. What if there were
Do we need to call the
major
Coast Guard?
flaws?
Do we need to call the Coast Guard?
Yes.
I think she's fine. I think she's got one in every port, and maybe Seth. Maybe how would you feel about being her one in the MDR port?
Oh, you're kidding? Those filthy sailors going from port to port?
All right, so you're a little bit out too. You're not feeling it.
I guess we'll never know if it's the motion of the ocean.
No, you got to start with size of the wave. She botched it.
Sunken treasure.
Threw it overboard.
Wow. Seth, I'm sorry that it didn't work because this has been one of my top candidates.
Very interesting.
Your captain?
I would go with my sister-in-law.
She'd be an incredible first mate.
No, be sorry. This is the process. The ship has sailed.
Okay.
Yeah, the ship has sailed.
Yeah.
You guys were ships passing in the night.
What do you call them? Legs?
Sea legs?
I am so sad because, to be honest, I shipped you too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I thought it might go to Fana C-Suites.